Jimmy Butler's been the one that I have been the most skeptical about. Not about their ability to land him, but if I'm tiering these guys, we know obviously Kawhi and KD are in this top tier, and then Kyrie and Klay, I would say, are in this next tier. But of that third tier, my guy was another K, was Kemba Walker. I think we have seen a player similar to him in Kyrie Irving fit seamlessly with LeBron. Jimmy Butler, prior to this postseason, I thought anybody maxing him out would be making a mistake. Now, in the postseason, he was really good. And he showed his value on both ends. He showed his ability as a closer, and he showed that he can elevate his game. But sometimes, as Mark Schlereth says, in maybe a better way than I'm going to say right here, when it smells everywhere you go, maybe you're the one that stinks. Jimmy Butler has a bit of a track record of being a tough teammate. And I do worry about Jimmy Butler, who's been the dominant personality on his teams since he became Jimmy Butler, since he developed into that player, his ability to meld with LeBron. And for the Lakers, LeBron, obviously, at this point in his career, has to go in a certain gear during the regular season. Is Jimmy Butler ready to go in full gear during the regular season to carry that load? Those are real questions I would have. It's better than nothing. But to me, Jimmy Butler is the tail end of that third tier, and it would mean, in my eyes, the Lakers struck out on much better options.
I like Jimmy Butler as a player. Jimmy Butler does present a number of challenges. One, at this age, how long is he going to be able to play that style? So if you do sign Jimmy Butler, especially with someone, LeBron, with his age, you have to understand those couple, it's like a Chris Paul deal. Those last couple years of them contracts, you're not going to be getting the value on your dollar for the type of player that you sign. And when Magic Johnson and them a couple years ago started clearing up all this salary cap space, and it was like legitimately they visualized getting LeBron James and someone else. If you tell them now, fast forward, it's LeBron and Jimmy Butler, a lot of people are going to be disappointed. LeBron James and his camp, they should be disappointment. But they need to prepare themselves for a plan B and a plan C, because L.A. is just not the destination that it used to be. And what's happened this offseason, to me, has just made it even more clear that, man, the Clippers are really viable in the same building without the chaos. Man, going to New York. If Kawhi's not going to go to L.A., if he wants to stay in North America, why would he stay in a bigger city in New York compared to Toronto? So I just believe everything that's going on, I believe it's going to be a tough offseason for the Lakers.
Plan B and C is not generally something that's in the Lakers' cards, as we've seen the last couple of months. But if you put all that aside, do we feel a little more comfortable that at least now we're seeing that LeBron is taking a proactive role, or reportedly taking a proactive role in recruiting, when we weren't sure what was going to be and who was going to lead that?
I think I said this yesterday. I never believed the idea that LeBron was going to sit this out. This is part of the job for LeBron.
Yes.
The coaching search is not part of the job. Filling out the roster as far as what the Lance Stevenson roles, that's not part of his job. When you are a player of his caliber, calling up the other guys of that near that caliber, the guys who you could have as your number two, that is part of the job. And the players we have seen in the past, when LeBron was leaving Cleveland the first time, Derrick Rose didn't want to pick up the phone to recruit him to Chicago, and Derrick Rose was criticized for that. It is the NBA superstar's job to be part of the recruitment. I never thought LeBron was going to sit this out.
And it's such a small network now. You know, Chris Broussard might not have KD's number, but LeBron, he's got his number and everyone else's number. LeBron would be naive to idiotic if he wasn't making these phone calls, because the other players are talking. Other NBA executives are ready. If Kevin Durant says, all right, I want a guy, I want Kyrie Irving, all right, you can believe that these conversations have already taken place. Free agency doesn't start July 1st, June 30th. No, free agency starts whenever the players, because there is no tampering with the players. They can communicate all the time.
I'm going to go back to something I said, and a lot of people thought I was just pulling it out of thin air back in October, and then it started gaining some momentum. The Lakers' best chance at an elite free agent is Kyrie Irving. Does not mean they will get him. It does not mean they are the favorite for him. But their best chance at a difference maker is Kyrie Irving. And that door was reopened on that phone call with things that have not necessarily been publicly talked about. That is, I don't know where Kyrie's going to go, and I don't know how heavy of a hand his dad's going to have in it. But the Lakers' best option is a guy who's played with LeBron before, and it's Kyrie Irving.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.